Here we go. Alright, we're recording now. So this is pretty much my setup so far. This is your intake for the air for the radiator, for the hot for the hot end here, to prevent heat creep up the filament there. So there's that. This is the lower part inside here, so it will be like that. As you can see, kind of closed in there. This will all come apart. I'm leaving this in pieces just so it's easier to print, for one. I learned a lot of mistakes on the first cutter is just break everything down as much as I can into separate pieces. So you have that, you'll have this little top piece here. This is the only piece I've tested. I just wanted to make sure that this CAD was correct, because it's not mine. I didn't make this extruder CAD or any of this, for that matter. This whole entire hot end, I didn't make this. I got this online, but yeah, that's the top piece there. So you'll have that. That will go in there. This is your it's just a basic little handle here I made. I haven't really customized anything. This, I did not make this. This is actually the holder for the Filamatrix Voron. So I really liked their design. I actually downloaded it and checked it out because I wanted to kind of get some ideas. And I like their design a lot better than what I did. I thought mine was cool because it was all, you didn't need any hardware for the blade holder, but I think this is going to be a lot more secure, and definitely a lot beefier than what I had. So that will be cool. I did kind of copy their style of their a little bit. I used a little bit of mine, and I used a little bit of their style just to kind of fit this guy. So there's that. I haven't really done anything to it. I think I'm going to add a little bump up here or something, or maybe make it a little curvy just so it's more, so it doesn't flex on you. I was actually kind of thinking of like a U shape up here to make like a little bump, if that makes sense. Like it would be arched right here somewhere, and then have the inside of the arch hollow, and then have little bridging of something just to kind of bite down on filament, and to also make it more rigid when you're hitting this. So that was my thought on that, but I haven't gotten around to it. This is going to be my typical honeycomb style, so I'm just going to honeycomb this out. This is the original. I did change a little bit of stuff on the original, though. I flattened the bottom, got rid of this hole, obviously, because you're not going to need it, seeing as the radiator is gapped now. So if I line that up as good as I can get it here. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, you'll see these holes don't go anywhere near here. So originally they had the motherboard on the back of this, and the motherboard for the extruder is it's ground to this motor back here. This motor has you put the screw all the way through, it's tying into this whole machine here. So and it's ground to that. So I'm thinking maybe just grab like a little wire or something, whatever is my only thought on it, and just kind of looping it around and tying it to one of these or something. I mean, that'd be the same. That'd be the equivalency of that. just to kind of make sure that it is grounded, but it's pretty much going to be tied into this little guy, so that's going to be your hole. And you're just going to use a small screw for that. I'll have to shrink and do some stuff around here, but yeah, you'll have a little screw right there. And then also I'll probably end up putting pins on this to this guy, on this face right here, because this goes here. If I slide it in there, just kind of, oh, actually I think I got that perfectly. So it will go right there. You'll have this up against here roughly, and yeah, pins going in from this plate, backside of this plate into here. Just some more alignment pins just to make everything a little bit more rigid and kind of get everything in structure, you know, like no movement. I want no slop on this. And then here I just kind of did these little horizontal slots for the back of this. This will be how you tie in your Bowden tube to your top of your extruder here. And then you can glue this, super glue it, use some CA glue or something, and tie this together if you need to. It should be pretty tight fit, so once you get it on there, it's probably not going to come off, even if you don't glue it, unless you're really tugging on the thing. So, but for me, I'm probably going to put a little CA glue in there and tie it up. There's a little hole right here, but no big deal. It's going to get covered with that anyhow, so no big deal on that. So yeah. Oh, I didn't talk about so I haven't gotten around to this yet. I still need to do the air ducts, because I'm going to have the air ducts, I think, come in, possibly wrapping around for me, at least. I think for people who have a CR Touch, because the CR Touch has to go on this side, I cannot put it where I want to put my eddy. So only people with an eddy in a Volcano will have this setup. So if you don't have a Volcano nozzle and you don't have an eddy, bed probe sensor, you're not going to have this style. So yours is going to be over here. It's going to be zeroed out. I'll try to zero it out as much as I can. I do not run a CR Touch, so if there are issues with that in the future, somebody should probably tell me, and I'll try to fix it. But I think there's enough routing for wiring right here at this gap. This will be the bottom of your Volcano nozzle, roughly, because they sit about 10 millimeters below the nozzle, so you're 10 there, below the stock nozzle, so roughly, depends on how tight you have everything, of course, and all that. But yeah, this is my little shroud. I think I didn't talk about this yet. So this will be the shroud for the fan here. And you'll just tie in to this plate. This whole plate will go against this. I'm leaving all these holes open for the side of the extruder in case people want to tie stuff to it or do whatever you want to do with it. Or if you want to route your ground cable over here to something over here. I have no idea what. Yeah, whatever you guys want to do. I'm kind of leaving it open. This is your little air duct for your stock fan. So it will go down in here and then over here into this side here, like so, roughly. I'll fix everything here in a second. There we go. And then, yeah, you'll have your blade holder in here. I'll kind of try to put this together as best as I can, just so you guys can get the whole picture of what it looks like. Yeah, I think this blade holder actually sits out a little bit. You know, roughly like that. I mean, it's not completely aligned right now. That's fine. I tried to put these slants in here so it avoids dust. Put a little fin action going down here, so that's what that looks like. Trying to give you guys close-ups of some of this stuff so you can kind of get an idea of what everything's going to look like. And then pretty much you'll have your back on there. Oop. Alright. And then your motherboard will obviously, well, don't want to look at the square. Yep, that lines up. So yeah, you'll have your motherboard on the back of this. This will be honeycomb style. I don't know if I mentioned that or not. Just like my other one. And then I'm hoping this all clears with the handle and hitting the reset and doing all that. More than likely I'm going to have to adjust all this, so this is definitely not how it's going to be finalized. So we'll see, but I think so far I've pretty much kept the entire thing. In my opinion, I didn't use nearly as much material as I thought I was going to be using. All this stuff is relatively small in here. So, I mean, the biggest add-on to me is this air duct plate. So that is going to be the biggest add-on. But probably when I get around to doing the air duct, that's probably going to be the most taxing thing on here. I'm going to try to minimize it. I know I already have one kind of drawn up. The little air donut, I don't know if you guys have seen that or not, but I'm probably going to make some major changes to that and bite down on, because it's not going to go on the front here. I'm going to have it either slanted in at an angle. My thought is on this side for my setup. So if you have Eddie Volcano, it'll probably be on the right side here, coming down in at an angle, just to bite down on material. For the CR Touch setups, it will probably come down in here, and it will come through your front. And then I'll probably make a 50-15 setup for you guys, and I'll probably just do a dual 50-15. I'm not going to do singular 50-15s. I feel if you're going to this extent to mod your stuff, you're probably already on dual 50-15s, or you're going to CPAP like myself. So I think that's what we're going to stick with. That's what I feel is good. So yeah, this is what it's pretty much going to look like for the most part. There are going to be changes, so just let me know what you guys think of it. If it looks like crap, I think it looks pretty decent so far. And the amount of material I'm saving compared to what I was imagining in my head is a lot. So I think this is going in a really good direction. So yeah, so let me know what you guys think. Yep, see you later. Bye.